good.
That was really good. I think it was a little cute little dance session.
Look, you get the wiggles out early.
Get the wiggles down. It's a Tuesday morning.
Well, on that note, welcome back to the Broke Blonde Diaries, everyone.
Guys,
oh my
missed you.
gosh. Well, we are obviously here to bring you some chaos, some laughter,
Yes.
and maybe some not so great wisdom.
We're in a mood.
We're in a mood.
We're in chaotic energy right now, and
We
I love
are.
it.
Yes, we are in chaos energy.
Absolutely. And guys, hi, I'm Jess. I'm the producer by trade and overthinker by choice.
Ooh.
And if you're on a budget to be stretched or conspiracy theory about Hollywood, I'm your girl. That was a little rough, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Guys,
You know
look
what?
at us. Look at us go.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is Lauren.
Hello. I'm your art historian who spends more time fantasizing about being inside of a painting than I do being inside reality.
But I feel like inside the painting is way better than reality right now.
Oh, girl,
So
every time.
I am with you on that.
10 out of 10 recommendations on that
10
one.
out of 10. I love it.
Yes.
The Yelp reviews are going to be insane. They're going to be like, wow, the painting is way better than
5
reality
stars. 5-star Yelp reviews.
Right now. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And you guys, together, we are going to make you guys laugh, cry, question your life choices, mostly because we're questioning our own. So that's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Stop it. Stop it right now. Guys, we're already starting out on a good note. We're already like syncing up
Yeah.
our brains.
We're winning our Tuesday.
We're winning our Tuesday.
Shout out Bailey.
Shout out Bailey. Love you. Oh my God, I love it.
Oh my gosh. But grab your coffee, grab your questionable drinks.
Questionable drinks. Look at our little drinks, you guys. They have
know.
like little
It's our little
our
Barbie heads.
Our little heads. In our respective colors.
In our respective colors.
And cheers. Cheers. Absolutely.
Cheers. I have to switch hands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That was supposed to be way more pleasing. Guys, let's get our Tuesday going.
We're not already.
No.
Buzzed. This is like sip 2, guys.
Guys, I'm so excited for Wicked. Can we just talk about it? Look
my
at the color
God.
scheme today.
I mean, Alphabet and Glinda.
Glinda,
Let's talk about it.
Alphabet.
You know what's so funny is my
Yes.
first ever leading role in theater was Glinda in Wicked.
You are lying.
I'm dead serious.
But
If
I
I can
also
find
see
the
it.
picture, here's the photographic evidence of
Oh
this
my
being
God,
true.
I
If I can find the picture.
I love it.
That was my first ever leading role.
Oh my
was
God.
Glinda in Wicked. I'm so excited for this movie.
Oh my God, no. I don't think you guys understand. I mean, like Wicked, at least for me, oh my gosh.
Wicked
like,
is everything.
Wicked is everything. I feel
Yeah.
like every little girl out there, I was very fortunate to see the Broadway production from San Francisco. It was like early 2000s.
Same.
I can't remember who was Elphaba and who was Glinda.
I can remember mine.
Really? Well,
Yes.
who's yours?
Megan Hilty and Eden Espinoza
Oh my
at the Pantages because they were both
Yo.
they're
I mean, they're blending in terms of like singing,
it's angels.
it's just so good, and like their chemistry is insane. I love those two. Those two are amazing.
Yes. Oh my God.
I was so little though, I can't remember who like played which character, but I think it was like about 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I was like crying in the theater because I was like, this is like bone chilling, just like, I was like, I am like fully immersed in this.
It's an experience.
I think it's really important too, because I know that like, I guess like in general, education doesn't really like think about theater. Just schools in general don't really think about theater and like
unfortunately
bringing kids to like a live show.
Yeah.
I think that is so incredibly important.
The only live show you get to go to as a kid is your local production of the Nutcracker.
And people are falling asleep. They're like, ugh. Like,
immediately. Listen, I love ballet. I think it's beautiful.
slays.
But yes, but no, I don't want to see the Nutcracker.
Well, and especially when there's
see
no
Wicked.
Well, especially when there's no like I mean, there is a storyline in ballet, but I mean, like with especially musical theater, there's so much to, I feel like, learn as a child to
Yes.
like really immerse yourself into, like, there's so many, like, you know, especially with Wicked in particular, like with Elphaba, with Glinda, like the dynamic of, like, you know, finding out that like you're not all that you think you are.
Right.
And there's also too where it's like
Neither is anybody else.
Neither is anybody else. And believing in yourself.
Yes.
And like,
yes.
You know, it's just, there's so many stories.
But it's
in them.
placed in the super relatable backdrop of school, even though it's a university.
Shiz University.
Shiz University.
Love.
Even though it's a college.
Yeah.
It's still school, and
Absolutely.
every person seeing it has had that experience in some fashion.
The same themes.
Yes.
The same things. And also too, like, I just remember when I was little, like looking at these characters, I feel like it's so funny. It's like either one. It's like either you're Elphaba or a Glinda.
For sure.
Or part of one and part of the other too.
Or you're just a Bach.
Or you're just a You're just a Bach.
You're just a Bach. That's the spectrum.
No, that's so true. Or you're Fiero. I mean, if you're Fiero, good for you.
Listen.
Just dancing through life. not caring about anything in the world.
Dancing through life?
Oh my God. I'm so excited about that.
What?
What a concept.
That
Dancing Through
song,
Life.
listen, that song is the F-boy anthem, but it's so good.
No, absolutely.
Like,
it's
come
the F-boy
on.
anthem.
It's the F-boy anthem.
It totally is. But I think when you're a kid, whether you're a boy or girl, whatever, like you kind of see yourself either in a Glinda or Elphaba. I saw myself more in an Elphaba, just kind of like the outcast, like the whatever, like you can relate it to however your personality or whatever the experiences that you've gone through in life. But I absolutely adore Elphaba. I love her so much. And I just was like, I am her, she is me.
we are one.
We are one.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, when you are bullied and you are othered in some way,
Absolutely.
and you are a theater kid on the outskirts of school society.
Yup.
You feel a really strong connection with Elphaba and the whole character and
Absolutely.
everything she encompasses.
And I'm so excited about like Cynthia Erivo just coming in and really like embodying that character, but also having her stamp on it.
Oh,
it's gonna be
the nails,
so insane. Oh, the nails.
Her insistence on making this character
absolutely
physically representative of the othered experience, with the nails and the braids and like the glasses and the freckles, everything down to like the way she,
like the minute details.
I'm so excited.
I'm like, I don't know about you, but like when I saw the trailer,
I cried.
Bawled my eyes out. I was like, I can't right
This
now.
has been 20 years of waiting.
Oh my gosh.
20 plus years of Wicked and
like,
theater girlies. I mean,
100%. I didn't ever think this was going to be a movie.
I never thought this was going to be made.
Just because the Broadway production is so, I don't even, like, it's magical. It really is.
It's magic. It's
like,
magic.
even with, like, the wizard, like, the mechanical face coming out of the, you know, like.
Oh, I know.
It's so, like, I implore people who have never seen Wicked live, if you have that opportunity, go.
Do it.
Take your kids, take your friends, and just go.
At least watch a slime tutorial on YouTube.
Yes, like
of
something.
Wicked.
Yeah,
At
YouTube,
least do yourself that, because there is a bootlegged slime tutorial
there's always bootleg,
of the OG cast. If you find it,
I have been guilty of watching.
Me too. You know the one where it's like Adina, but it's so zoomed in and it's
so
just
zoomed
white
and pixelated.
Yeah,
as hell,
you're
and
like,
who? God.
What? Okay, but you can hear it,
But
and then all of a sudden it's the camera's like ducked down.
It ducks down.
Someone's looking.
Whoever filmed that, you're a G. Also, might have done.
Patti LuPone would have some words for you. Patti LuPone would stop the show.
She
Stop
would
the
be like-
presses. your ass is grass. You're in trouble.
She would have called you out from the audience from low.
Oh,
you sir, from over there.
Do you understand what you're doing to performers up here on this stage? You don't understand. Oh my God, I love her.
You are distracting the world.
Yes.
You are distracting
this
from the world.
This is my craft.
Absolutely.
But honestly,
God, I love that woman.
She's so real for that.
She is.
Love her for that because it's so true. And when you're on stage, it's so distracting.
It's the same thing as like, I don't care if you're in the movie theaters. I don't care if you're in a play. I mean, sports is different, but like, put your phone away and just immerse yourself into it. Like,
but am I going to watch it on YouTube?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I am. Yeah.
Like the original OG cast was, I mean, way before our time. Like, I mean, I was like so young. Like, I could not.
4th grade.
I was
and you were younger.
Yeah, I was younger. So I was like 1st, 2nd grade.
Oh my God.
So what was my first musical? Oh, my first musical was Cat in the Hat. Like Seussical.
Girl.
And I think I played like 7 different characters because my director was like, okay, go do this. Okay, go play Judge Yertle the Turtle. You go play this. So like I learned how to be like, okay, like
I love it.
Like learn all the different lines, like go through it and just throw myself into it. But when I found Wicked is everything.
Is a transformative experience for a young theater kid.
Oh, it definitely changed me.
It permanently alters your brain chemistry like forever. And
it really does.
That's not even a joke. That's so serious.
Yeah.
Because then it opens up this like neural pathway in your brain where it's all you think about. It's all consuming. And then you are so entrenched in the theater community and everything that's happening and who's directing and who's choreographing and who just got cast.
Because you want to know.
You want to know. And then it leads to other shows. And then you fall down the just rabbit hole of Broadway.
Oh my gosh. And even like,
oh my God.
Like the stuff with like Avenue Q.
Oh, but the fact, I cannot believe. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Avenue Q was the reason that Wicked was snubbed in the Tony Awards that year. I mean, Adina didn't get it. The music didn't get it. The production didn't get it. The staging, robbed. Even the costumes. Avenue Q.
Here's the thing.
With the actor from Johnny and the Sprites. Who was the lead? And then he went on to play Pinocchio in the OG Shrek. But like, love that for him. I can't even remember his name. He's so funny. I think his name is Johnny. He's funny, but
oh my gosh,
it's Adina and Kristen.
No, like the most iconic.
I'm sorry.
The most iconic duo ever to broach the Broadway scene. Like truly,
Wicked is one of, if not the most brilliant and popular staged production to ever exist. That show's not going anywhere. It's at this point, it's Wicked, The Phantom of the Opera, and The Lion King.
Absolutely.
Those are the 3 musicals that will permanently have a place in West End.
Oh, 100%.
For forever.
And that's kind of why I think like the universe is kind of aligning where I think it's going to get an Oscar.
It has to.
Like
they gave the girls different Cynthia in lead and Ariana in supporting. I thought that was interesting.
I actually love that they did that because I think there's so many things where, how do I explain this? I think there's a lot of situations where actors or actresses that come from the stage, transitioning into movies or TV shows or anything like that. Yeah. I feel like they have a way harder time like getting that kind of recognition because they're not known as well, I guess, in like the in the grand scheme of things of like the popularity of like, you know, I mean, everyone knows Ariana Grande.
True.
Like, everyone knows Ariana Grande. But there's a lot of people that don't give Cynthia her roses.
Oh,
because
my
she
God.
is so incredibly talented. Like, I can't even tell you.
Look up her interview with Jimmy Fallon the other night. He asked her to do the Defying Gravity run that she just popped out.
Spot on.
She stood up and went,
she's like,
and then just like, she just laid it out. And I'm like,
so
did you take a breath? Like, did you?
She was like,
she didn't even flinch.
And then she was like, da-da. I was like,
I literally was like, Oscar.
But that's what I mean.
The cast of Dear Evan Hansen could never.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
She's so underrated.
I think that's what it is.
Yes.
I think that was a really smart move of them.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what part 2.
Do you even remember her being initially talked about for like casting for Elphaba? Because the people I remember, it was like Dove Cameron for Glinda.
Dove Cameron for Glinda. I remember that.
I mean,
I'm trying to remember. Oh, I also heard Amanda Seyfried for Glinda too, which I was like, oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah, for Glinda. Which I was like, I mean, maybe she's a little bit too old for that. I do remember Dove Cameron though. I'm just trying to think for like Elphaba.
Maybe Amanda Seyfried at the time of the first Mamma Mia movie.
Oh,
if the movie had been made at that point in time, yes, potentially. Yeah. But now, no.
No, definitely not now.
But who was even
I'm trying to
put forward for Elphaba? If you know, leave it in the comments because I can't even remember. But her casting announcement, I was like, oh, wow.
No,
that's interesting choice.
As soon as they announced it was Cynthia, I was like, best decision ever.
Oh.
Best decision ever.
It was so...
I mean, her vocals alone, I was like, I mean, that totally makes sense.
Makes sense.
But even like the acting.
Her vocals in The Color Purple.
Oh
my God.
Yo.
Oh.
I like tears streaming down my face, mouth wide open.
I am here.
Oh my God.
Absolutely wrecks me.
No, I can't.
And then she followed that up with Harriet, the movie, and then she sang the
yeah. Oh, gosh, I can't think of it. Yeah.
I don't even know.
With me.
Yeah.
We are going.
Yes, but I couldn't tell you what the name of that song. That song makes me cry.
Oh, every time I hear that song, tears. Like, I think she just has this incredible way to evoke emotion so fiercely and so like just raw emotion.
Yeah, there's a presence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, she could sing Happy Birthday and make me cry, like literally.
Yes.
And I think that's why I'm just so excited for like the Oscar season, and I just really hope that they, that gets picked up and that it gets its Oscar.
I hope it gets
because I'm like, I feel like this is the redemption of the Tony.
Literally, this is the Tonys because the musical deserved it. Full stop. Yeah. Like period. Avenue Q is a great show, but it was not. Show. I mean, I'm gonna pull a Patti LuPone, right? I mean,
but
like
it's not Wicked.
They should have won for Wicked.
Yeah. But I actually remember watching, because it was such a long time ago. I remember watching it probably in high school, the Tonys.
Yeah.
Of that specific year.
Oh my God.
And I mean, yes, it like happened a long time ago, but even on YouTube, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no.
The devastation.
Oh my gosh. It was, and like you could see the audience reaction was
because
so apparent.
Adina's face. Adina's face is something that will haunt me till the end of days. Because even Kristen was like, okay.
Kristen was like,
but Adina was like,
really? Yeah.
Oh my God. I've just been shot. Like her whole body just went.
Yeah.
Like the blood drained. Her spirit left her body.
No, literally.
She just like exited the plane of the living and just exited the She did. She just like went to another realm spiritually to recover from the devastation. She dissociated immediately.
And it was so sad too, because like even Kristen, Kristen, who is such an angel.
Yeah.
My gosh, that woman. But like even she's like, wow, really? That's.
Well, and then the director and the producers and the costume designer and the rest of the cast. Everyone was like,
just like sunk into a hole.
I don't think Avenue Q expected to win, and they should not have won. No. They robbed everyone in broad daylight. Let's be clear about what happened, because like Avenue Q is where is Avenue Q?
No, and even like the merchandise, like I think they're even like the references from like the musical, like in TV shows and movies. It's
From
like,
Wicked?
From Wicked.
Oh
Just
my
like
God.
The dynamic of these two women and having kind of like I don't even know if it's like the dark side, the light side, but it's more so like the popular one that like never thinks about anyone else but herself versus the one who's always an outcast but is like always putting on a brave face and like try not to like let like other people invade that. Is just,
well, it's referenced in everything.
Everything.
It is like people pay homage to that and the Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and the link with the original Wizard of Oz. I mean, my God.
My obsession with that movie.
There's so much that
is oh my God.
Oh my gosh. For those of you who don't know, just like movie wise, oh my God. I mean, there's like endless stories. Like the Tin Man wearing, I think it was lead paint.
Was it lead or mercury?
I can't remember.
I think it was mercury.
I can't remember if it was lead or mercury. It must have been a combination.
I think he got
of the two.
mercury poisoning.
But
Margaret Hamilton got poisoned as well and burned.
All these people, I mean, like just the Tin Man, like literally died from like poisoning of like painting his skin.
Yeah.
The same thing with the Wicked Witch of the West. Like she like got trapped in like, you know, like the door that kind of like sucks her underneath like the floor
in Munchkinland.
In Munchkinland, when she gets the water thrown on her, she got trapped, and then like the flames came up and burned her so severely. Like I mean, what was there?
Judy Garland got slapped on the face for laughing because one of the other actors, I think it was the guy who played the Scarecrow, I can't remember his name, made her laugh, and the director slapped her on the face.
So crazy
because she laughed.
So crazy. Asbestos, like when
one of the 4 directors of that movie. Because
the rotation
of directors.
Dear God. No, I mean like even asbestos was mixed in.
Yes,
with
for
like
the
sleeping in the sleeping scene when they're like on their way to
fake snow was not a thing.
Nope.
At the time of that movie.
And it was mixed with asbestos, which could kill you.
Oh yeah.
Which pretty much killed them.
It's can cause lung cancer.
Yeah. And also on top of that too, there was I think now this is the only one that I'm like I've heard mixed stories about, which is there was a Munchkin actor who had hung
in the
himself
background
in a scene,
the apple scene with the trees.
Yes. As the 4 main characters are walking towards the yellow brick road, in the back there's like trees, and there is a dead body hanging in the back, which they've quote fixed.
I've heard. Yes,
I've heard mixed reviews.
I've
of this.
heard it's
I
a
don't
big
actually
bird.
know.
Or just a cutout of a Munchkinland house that just never got cleared out of the shot.
But I have seen footage, and I'm like, I can't even tell if this is real or not.
You can't tell. But in the new re-releases, it's cut out.
It's not there at all. You can try to look for that.
It's creepy.
I think there's so many things that it's a cursed movie. It's known as a cursed movie.
Yeah.
If you watch it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is such a wonderful movie, blah, blah, blah. The lore that went on behind the scenes is truly like, honestly, there should be a movie written about what happened behind
making
the scenes
that movie
for that movie.
Yes.
Because oh my God, the drama.
Well, and then after a bunch of the stuff got stolen.
Oh yeah.
Like
literally stolen.
Glinda's dress, the pink dress that Ariana just referenced at the Australian premiere.
Yeah.
Gone. After that production, it's never been seen again. No one knows where it is.
The ruby slippers.
Billy, who wore it, the actress, her name's Billy.
Yeah.
She didn't even know what happened to it.
So sad.
The ruby slippers. Two pairs were stolen. That was like a 30-year-long mystery.
So crazy.
I mean, so much stuff happened.
I think there was a lot of drama there. I mean, it's so crazy because it's such an iconic movie.
It's so good.
But I'm like, the things that like went on just to get that movie like out into the world, and like
it was like a decade of pre-production.
Oh my God, that's my nightmare.
Yeah.
Literally.
But all of that aside,
yes,
it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It really is. It's so iconic. I mean, there's so many things.
Yeah.
And also I think when you watch, I think a lot of the because obviously I watched like Wizard of Oz before I was even introduced to Wicked.
Oh yeah.
So
oh,
I
yeah.
already knew Wizard of Oz going into seeing Wicked, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
This changes everything. Everything. And I think it's so important to like, I mean, obviously like varying ages, audience members, hi. But it's so interesting to watch Wicked first, or to like see Wicked first, and then to see the Wizard of Oz, and you're like, wow.
Well, Surrender Dorothy makes a lot more sense now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And even the Scarecrow.
And oh my God. I'm so
when that was revealed in Wicked, I was like, shut
I almost flopped out of my chair.
Oh no, I think I remember I was like 10 years old with my best friend Maddie Frisbee, and because we were both grew up in theater, we literally looked at each other, we're like, what? No, we were freaking out.
The fact that they have kept it so tight under wraps, the images of Jonathan Bailey and Ethan Slater as the Scarecrow and Tin Man respectively.
Oh my gosh.
How they haven't released those photos yet.
I don't,
because those are the characters, unless they just CGI'd it.
I think that's going to be part 2. And part 2, that is going to like shut me down, man.
No one's going to survive that movie.
No one. I mean, part 1,
because
I think
it doesn't end
crazy.
on a happy note.
No, it does not.
It does for Dorothy.
Sorry, spoilers, everybody.
Sorry. 20 years later, whoops.
Yeah, whoops. No, seriously.
It only ends happy for Dorothy and quasi Glinda, but not really.
Yeah. No.
Glinda loses her best friend.
I know. And it's so...
And the love of her life.
And the love of her life. Oh.
All at one time.
And do you know what's so crazy too? I think I remember like watching it and being like, oh my gosh, the first, like as a child, like the first half, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I'm loving this, blah, blah, blah. But part 2.
Yeah, after intermission, you're like,
oh, girl.
What do you mean? My
favorite.
And it's like the
favorite song. Favorite song. Do you hear me? Favorite song.
No good deed could
favorite
send me
song
over a cliff. It's so good.
But I think like as an artist and watching that as a kid, I was like, oh, this is transformative.
Oh,
I was like, this is like
everything.
This is like the essence of like,
this is the nucleus of your entire personality.
What happens to a character when everything is up against her, when everything goes wrong, she's still trying to save the love of her life. She's still trying to,
to save Bach, to save Glinda, to save Nessa, to save Dr. Dillamon, to save all the other students, to save Madame Morrible. Yo, the fact that Peter Dinklage is Dr. Dillamon, where has he been in the like promos?
Peter Dinklage is a king. I love him.
I love
so
Peter
much.
Dinklage. He was so perfect for this.
He was perfect.
He was the perfect casting
I was like,
choice.
yes.
But
He's
where
like,
has
yes,
he been?
Glinda.
I know. That was so good.
It is in the trailer because he's so iconic. I was like,
so
yes,
good. Okay,
Peter.
but then you add Bo and Yang.
Okay, I know that Ariana Grande helped that out.
No, she called Lorne Michaels at SNL and said, "Can I please have Bowen for this amount of time to shoot this movie?"
Like, again, we've only seen the trailer. I've seen like little, like those like little special like little things. I am so excited for that.
I'm so excited for him and his counterpart.
Oh my God.
She's so amazing.
Funny.
She's so funny. Oh my God.
I have never heard of her in my life though. I was like,
I love her, though.
Whoever you are, you're very iconic.
We'll put her name.
Excited. We'll put her name right here.
What?
I can't remember her name.
But the two of them.
Oh my God.
Because they're not in the musical.
No, not at all. Which I think that honestly, that is such a great addition too, because I think that those other two quote friendships will kind of like, it's like the whole influence. It's like peer pressure and like stepping outside of, know, the norm and like what's considered like, taking a step out and being like, oh, like it's not all about me. Yes, other people are going to think of me this way, but it's the right thing to do. I'm really excited for that. I'm excited for that. I think that's what's going to happen. I hope what happens.
Is there any, because I know that I definitely have one that I'm excited for. Like
scenes that you're excited for?
But references.
Ooh.
Because what
are you excited
for? There's
a
clip of they're dancing in the dorm room, and I think it's the Popular sequence.
Yes.
When Ariana grabs a pair of shoes, turns back around, and they're ruby red and they're sparkly.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because they went with the
I totally
original.
forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh my God. Well, because Nessa's shoes, they went with the original L. Frank Baum version of the silver slipper,
which is kind of cool.
Is very cool. And the heels look like tornadoes.
I'm so glad that they combined that.
I do too.
Because I think, especially when you're doing, a movie like this, like there's so many different.
I know. But I love that they didn't go the Technicolor route just because it was what we've done. They still went the musical route because the musical uses the silver slippers.
Absolutely.
But I love that they did a subtle reference to the original or the original movie with the Technicolor ruby red so that it popped on the yellow brick road, which, by the way, the shoes, there was an orange version, there was a pink version, there were like different colors. Yeah, the ruby red popped the most against the yellow brick.
Yeah, it's red.
Oh my God, it's red.
It's red. I'm so excited about that.
The ruby red slippers are my favorite part.
Oh,
of the original.
Of reference wise.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I mean, at least for me, like the hat.
Oh, Elphaba's hat.
I don't know what it is. I think it's a symbol of like, again, kind of like, well, I don't hate anyone that much, or like whatever that Glinda says. And,
yes,
and she in the trailer,
her granny's hat.
Yeah, with her granny's hat, and she's like, well, I don't hate anybody that much. And then Elphaba walks in, and then she hands her the hat. But then it's like when she's on the dance floor, and this just again from the trailer.
Yeah.
Is when she finally like puts on the hat and kind of like
transforms.
It's I think that's what's so interesting when actors make a choice to, it's a specific prop that turns the symbolism of that specific item into a transformative thing that changes the course of the rest of their
it's
time.
So interesting that you just said that. If anyone from the Oscars Academy is listening to this podcast, because
we know you're watching.
We know that you're watching. From the Academy, listen up, folks. Why in God's name is there not a category for props? I'm so sick of it.
No, seriously.
Set design, whatever, animation, costumes. You cannot have a movie without props. You know what everyone goes to when they watch a movie mentally is the prop.
Yeah.
Is the hat, the wand, the shoes, the cup, the glasses, whatever movie
what
it
do
is.
You think it's sold for millions and millions and millions?
What's the product they put on Target shelves? It's the props.
Like literally,
they don't put the set design on Target shelves.
Crazy to me.
I mean, they do if they're doing a Lego set, but
that's
the ruby red
point.
Slippers were a costume piece and a prop. The hat, a costume piece and a prop. Those are two of the. So is Glinda's crown, right? Yeah. Those are some of the most iconic. Her wand, iconic.
Hello,
and that's what you think about. Right? Why is there not a category for props?
And I also want to add on top of that, also stunts.
Oh, yeah. Although that's coming. That's coming to the Academy.
It is officially?
Yes, I'm pretty sure because Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt and all of that because the Fall Guy, because they campaigned.
Here's the thing.
I'm pretty sure.
I have a huge love for stunts. I love stunts. Yeah. I've worked with stunt actors. I've worked with stunt coordinators. They are so incredibly fearless. I can't even begin to explain. They're like a daredevil cowboy-esque. Like that's their vibe.
They are.
They really are.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for you guys. But it's also so true. And I think I remember hearing, I can't remember which interview it was, but Cynthia Erivo, because she's flying, she is not, when singers sing, right? You know, when singers sing. When especially Broadway performers sing, like you're supposed to find a grounding,
your center,
which typically in most cases is you're grounding your feet and you're kind of like pushing through your diaphragm.
Right. You ground and then you push it through like your stomach, your diaphragm. You push it up. You're like channeling the air.
Exactly. And so I remember she was explaining to the person that was interviewing her, being like, well, when I was flying through the air, you know, singing this
in a corset.
In a corset, which is crazy. I'm like so iconic of you, honestly. She was like, I had to be cinched too.
Cinched
like,
and snatched.
Cinched to the gods.
My God.
But like flying through that and having, no grounding type, like, I guess, like anchor to anything. I'm like so curious. She was like, I had to work with my vocal coach and my stunt coordinator to kind of figure out how we can do this. Cause she was singing live, which
they sing live the whole movie. And
genius.
I cannot explain how stoked I am
both
for that.
her and Ariana Grande. I feel like, I mean, just from the trailer alone, I was like just getting chills all over my body.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because, obviously like Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel were like the original, but just to hear, you can tell it's live singing.
Yeah.
To hear them in the trailer, like it literally brought me back to when I was little.
I know.
And I was like, oh my God.
I know.
It's like, it's happening
It
again.
feels like nostalgia and your
100%.
childhood coming back to life, but it also feels like that inner musical kid is finally being recognized.
No, literally.
The little theater baby inside of you is like vindication. Like, yes. I told you this would happen, and this was my favorite musical. And like, we're being fed.
It really is.
And if you're in the theater the first month of this movie being out, don't expect it to be silent, because every theater kid in the whole world is going to be singing their heart out, because this is, I think, maybe the first movie musical that was made for theater kids.
1,000. I fully agree to that.
That's not Mamma Mia. That's not Dear Evan Hansen.
Nope.
That's not any of those movies. This is the movie that is made for theater kids.
And I think too, like, especially before this movie comes out, the fandom behind this musical is so insane. Yeah, it's still
my voice. Yeah,
you're like, yeah.
I'm so emotional by it.
No, like, it's the fandom behind the musical is so insane. I can't even explain to you.
I know
how. I mean, it's lasted decades.
It's lasted decades. And it's never waned. They've never given up. This has been a hope and a prayer.
It's still on Broadway. And let's just be real. That is really hard. Even to come after COVID.
Yes.
I mean, the theater community took a hit when COVID happened, and that was so incredibly sad.
So serious.
And it feels like, I hate to say it, but I know that the movie is obviously not like the musical exactly as is.
No, but it's still an extension.
It's an extension, but I think it almost kind of like reinvigorates going to the theaters.
Yeah, to the musical.
Like to the actual, like.
The musical is still so popular. Ray Dunn is still making mugs about it. Okay? Like, like, come on.
No, for real. Like,
I
think it's
so prevalent.
I hope that this movie brings people to a live theater and like really has the chance to like
fall in love with theater
again. And I can't even imagine what the actresses and actors that are already in the Wicked the musical right now,
how they're feeling.
They're probably overwhelmed. Like, I think I remember, oh my gosh, I can't even remember her name right now, but there was a very small group of like actresses from the musical theater Wicked, and they were watching the trailer live, and they were just
bawling.
losing it. I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this.
This musical means so much to so many people, the two of us included.
Oh my gosh.
This musical, it just wraps everyone in such a warm hug and like a welcoming embrace emotionally. Through the lyrics, through the dialogue,
and the message
and the messaging. It's so beautiful. It's so tangible. It feels lived in because you yourself have lived this in some variation. And it's it's so special because it feels like a shared experience with so many people.
And you can tell, I mean, you can definitely tell just through the interviews with Cynthia and Ariana.
Everyone's making fun of them for crying.
Shut up. Like, honestly, don't even go there because you guys have no idea.
No idea.
Like, especially when a movie, I mean, just the prep, like just the pre-production to make a movie is years.
The rehearsal.
Even the auditioning, my God, like the emotional toll that takes. And then having to be on set with these people, and you really do become a family, whether it's a short film, whether it's a full-length feature film. There's a lot of time where like you're kind of just stuck together
for 15 hours a day.
And especially these two all, I'm like, I'm so glad. I'm just so glad that they had a great experience together and like were so supportive of each other. Mm-hmm. And sorry, I hate to say it, but like usually when you have two female leads like that,
especially if they're caliber,
and you know, it's always like, oh, they were such divas and they were going at each other. Sorry, but that's typically how it goes. And I hope that this is an example to like future actresses and be like, it is possible.
Yeah.
There is room for everybody.
There's room for everybody, but there is no room for the ego.
There's no room for it.
But watching the two of them interview and cling to each other.
Like literally.
Like
I love it.
I was like,
so
they
much.
Are Elphaba and Glinda.
And I think it's really amazing too, because I have noticed a couple times with like if the interviewer is acting like more towards Ariana than Cynthia. Yeah. Ariana will clock that right away and be like, so Cynthia, what do you think of this? That is so incredibly important because it's like, look, you know, there is the star that Ariana is and the pop and like everything behind it. Yeah. Years and years and years. Like she started out with 13 the musical. Like she was an original Broadway girl.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to just ignore that. But it's also really important too because it's like this is not the kind of like movie where it's like, oh, like this is the best one out of the two. It's like, no,
there isn't one without the other.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I just think it's really cool that Ariana is recognizing that and is like, look, like
it's the antithesis of that Blake Lively interview where she was like, so do you want to talk about my shoes?
Oh, literally.
Where Ariana's like being with her. I'm like, can we be friends?
I'm like crying because I'm like, this is so. Oh, that was from the Bible.
The Bible.
This is just so important, and I'm just so excited to see them in theaters. I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. I am gonna take my mom to the movie theater because it's her birthday on the 21st.
Oh my God!
So I'm like, oh my God,
you have to.
Well, and I told her I was like, do you want to come? She was like, oh my God, of course. I'm the one who took you to the first musical. And I'm like, I know, but like, I think
that's the same with my mom.
I think it's gonna be cool because I remember she's from the world of athletics. So, you know, whenever it came time for me to like do what I wanted to do and like kind of try everything out as you should when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And musical theater and just acting really I just had a love for it.
Yeah.
And she saw that too. And I think it'll be really cool to like have her like see the movie musical.
I think for me, I'm so excited about this movie because without Wicked, this Lauren wouldn't exist.
Oh, same.
This person that I am, I mean, musical theater legitimately saved my life.
Yeah.
Don't need to be dramatic about it. That is so 100% true. People don't understand.
Yeah, people who get it, they get it.
Yeah.
They totally get it.
And Wicked was my entry into that world. It was my like green light to walk into this community.
Oh yeah.
And it totally showed me, oh my God, I can do this. Like I love the people. I love the environment. I love the just camaraderie and the feeling of being in a theater on a stage, hot underneath those lights.
Oh yeah.
But you are living for every moment on that stage. And I'm so excited to see the like little Lauren from fourth grade finally see this happen. Because I mean, all I wanted to do was be Glinda. That's
and
all
I wanted to do was be Alphabet.
Period.
And this is why our friendship works.
And this is why it works. I mean, I adopted pink as my like signature color from like the moment. I mean, because pink goes good with green.
I love it so much.
I know,
and I
right?
think there's gonna be so many people talking about this for a long time.
Oh, this movie is not going
It's
anywhere.
gonna be a staple. I feel like for both of them too, this is like a whole new set of doors that are going to be wide open for them in terms of opportunities and like,
yes,
because a lot of people have to think like they both said like we had to earn this, like this wasn't just given.
Yeah, Ariana talking about her audition process. Whoa.
I mean, I was like, do you know what? I do have to give props to the director,
John M. Chu.
John M. Chu.
Oh, I would let him direct me.
Oh my
God, I
gosh.
would kill to have John M. Chu direct me.
I do have to give props to the director though, because I think there's so many different perspectives that they have, just everyone has, of Ariana and Cynthia.
Yeah.
And they're two powerhouse actors and actresses, but also singers. Like he did not let them just like idly walk in. He like really, it was like, you guys are going to have to prove to me
You have
that
to earn this.
that you guys can do this.
Yeah.
Because
especially Ariana.
Especially Ariana, because she had, I mean, everyone knows who she is.
I know.
She is the pop star girly. She is,
Yeah.
you know, like I love that she was like, if this audition comes about, I'm canceling my tour. Which I was like,
and
she knew exactly what she wanted.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, sure, I can read for Alphabet, but I'm Glinda.
But I'm Glinda. She wore all pink, which I'm so here for. And she showed up with her pink cup. And she talked about it. She's like, I was campaigning for what I wanted, but I was willing to go for
whatever
the flow.
they, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Do you think, I know this isn't about Ariana, do you think they're going to make the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem reference somewhere in there?
I hope they do. I hope they do. Or someone's going to make a joke about it during the Oscars.
Somebody has to make an Adele Dazeem joke.
If, who was the one who did it? John
Travolta for
John
Idina
Travolta
Menzel.
Please, okay, if the Oscars, like whenever that happens, if Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth both walk out, he's like, I'm here to redeem myself.
Yeah.
Here's Idina Menzel.
Yeah.
Like he'll mess it up again.
Love. No, listen, this would be a dream, is if Idina Menzel was in the movie, but her character was Adele Dazeem. That was the name of her character.
Oh my god!
Like a shiz Professor Dazeem.
And she like kind of like does a whole full turn, and she's like, "I'm Adele Dazeem."
Wickedly talented. Like,
I'm so excited about it. It's gonna be so good. And even like I just from like a VFX person's perspective, like the graphics look really good. The like animation looks amazing.
I wish it was a little less saturated. I wish it was a little more Technicolor like the original movie.
Oh, interesting.
I want it to be brighter, because if you look at the Wizard of Oz, it's so bright. It's candy coated.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, it's so there, but this seems a little dimmer, which isn't bad. It's
well, I think I'm just curious as to like how, because we also have to think about part 2 is going to be pretty dark. And so I think it might, I mean, I don't even know, but like it might be like a transition.
It's going to be so sad.
Part 2 is going to wreck me. Like, please don't talk to me for like an entire week, because
I'm not going to be, I will never recover from For Good.
No. Oh my.
I'm going to cry. I sang For Good at my high school graduation and baccalaureate. Stop. With my friend Nicole. What's up, Nicole?
Wait, that's so iconic.
For Good has been a like song that I've sung a billion times at different like major events.
I would sing it with my best friend Maddie Frisbee. Like that's what we would do.
Oh my god,
just like
singing For Good or Loathing, but like For Good.
Yes,
I'm never going to recover.
Like, okay, so I think I remember telling you this.
Yeah,
because For Good.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get choked up thinking about it.
It's so emotional because it's It's like your other half. It's so crazy.
It's so good.
But I think I remember telling you this in the car. But No Good Deed.
Yes.
So I took an opera class at University of the Pacific. Shout out to UOP.
What's up?
That was hilarious because I don't know how I got into that class in the first place. I was not a conservatory student, but I ended up getting into the class and I was like, okay,
here we
opera.
go.
And I mean, guys, I don't know opera like that. I just wanted to learn. So there was like actual opera majors in there. And I was like, well, here I am.
Slay.
But at the very end, you had like your final. And I mean, my final counted in like a different way because I wasn't a conservatory student.
Yeah,
but I still got graded. And they're like, okay, what's going to be like your final song? And I was like, I have no idea. Because I was like, I don't know any arias. Like, I barely know any Italian. So I was like, oh my God, like, I'm screwed.
Italian arias are so hard to sing.
And like, and again, like, the students that were in my class, I was like, I cannot attempt
the arias and the requiems just
are crazy.
It's too much.
So when that information was presented, I was like, so I don't really know. And they're like, okay, well, like, what's like a song that you know that's like opera-esque or like it's very dramatic, kind of plays on the whole, you know, physicality of like flying, swimming. There's like different physicalities in opera that you have to like learn. Mm-hmm. And I was assigned as flying. And they're like, what is something that kind of like, you know, and I was like, I really thought of Defying Gravity first. And I was like, oh my God, yes. But I was like, there's another person singing in that. And I was like, okay, what else do I know? And it again came back to Wicked because I was like, that's just the most like iconic and very hard things to sing. And I was like, oh shoot, like, can I do this? So I was like, what about No Good Deed? And I was like,
there's a note in there that Adina Menzel is responsible for that goes from a belt to a head voice.
Oh yeah.
Without taking a breath. Oh
yeah.
And it's a full, it's a drop.
It is.
It's so hard to sing.
It's really hard to sing. So
it's Adina's fault.
Oh, totally. And so mind you, I walk in and I am like, okay, this is going to be my song. I'm terrified. And again, I'm like in front of like probably 4 or 5 faculty members that are like from the conservatory. And I'm just like, and I'm like, okay, I was just, again, went back to like when I was 10 years old, like just be Elphaba. Just be
Elphaba.
Just be Elphaba and like think about everything that's going on. Like people are trying to kill your boyfriend. Like you're trying to save all your friends, you know?
Yeah.
And so it like just that song for me, I love that song.
Love that song.
Because it's like, I like will and like almost give myself anxiety just like in preparation to sing that song because it's so crazy. Yeah. But I love it.
I love that song.
Guys, we're so excited about Wicked. Please.
I know. If you can't tell, we're big Wicked people.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz, Wicked.
Anything like that.
It runs in the vein. I mean,
straight to my vein.
Straight to the. I have.
Give me the ID.
I mean, I have a Wizard of Oz tattoo. I wore ruby red slippers for college graduation.
That
I have iconic. A ruby red, like a Wizard of Oz cap. Like you did Wizard of Oz projects.
Oh yeah,
like this is.
It's very much a part of who we are.
It's integral to our personalities.
Exactly.
This is about to be my entire personality for the next few weeks.
100%.
Forget about Thanksgiving.
Oh. No.
Thanks living.
Thanks living.
With Wicked coming out.
Yeah.
To quote Trixie Mattel. Thank
you, Trixie. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Guys, like please comment below what your favorite parts are of the movie. We can't wait to see it. And we're excited to see it in theaters. Yeah. It's going to be so crazy.
Talk to us about it. We're so stoked.
I'm going to be an emotional wreck.
Oh my gosh.
Don't talk to me.
Tell us what you think, what you want to see.
Yeah.
Wrecked. I'm pre-wrecked.
It's gonna be so emotionally like I'm gonna be like rolled up in a blanket after the show and be like, please don't talk to me.
We're gonna be husks.
No makeup because I'm just gonna cry it all
no
off.
Makeup, blanket, bed, nap, another nap, hot cocoa,
everything,
another nap.
Listening to like the whole album on repeat.
Oh my god,
the entire.
I just want to hear Jonathan Bailey's Through Life.
Oh my gosh, like, Jonathan Bailey.
I just want to hear him sing that riff.
Another quick little info is the same horse from Bridgerton,
Jack.
literally his horse in the movie, and I was
It's
like,
so
shut
cute.
up. Whatever.
You know, he requested that.
I didn't know
He requested that.
That is so iconic.
Because he was like, I had to work with a horse, and I had a
He was like,
relationship
"Jack."
with this horse.
Oh, even in the trailer, like the horse like literally like puts his like head over. I was like, oh my God. I love it.
I love Jonathan.
I love horses. I love Jonathan.
I love Jonathan Bailey. Listen, oh my God, if I were a man, those legs.
Oh.
Listen, if I were a man, it'd be my whole type would be Jonathan Bailey.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I'm so curious because we haven't. Oh, we both gripped on it. I am so curious to see what the dynamics between, because we've kind of seen it during the trailer with Ariana Grande and Jonathan, but I'm excited about Cynthia and Jonathan.
As Long as You're Mine is going to be very interesting.
I'm like, I don't even know what that's going to even look like, how I'm going to feel.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen any of that.
No.
At all.
No.
Again, like the trailer is out, but like
None
nothing
of
else
that
has
is out.
been.
They haven't even teased that song.
Which honestly, I am so happy that they have not. Because you know, like some movies are like, oh, like let's put out trailer number 3. I'm like, don't give me any more.
Hold
Enough.
it. Yeah.
Hold it. Let it simmer. Let us because we already know kind of what happens in the musical. So it's like we don't need.
So excited.
We just needed a little taste. That's it. No
I'm
more.
so
No,
excited.
don't release trailer number 2, trailer number 3. Leave it alone. And I'm so glad that they did that.
Jonathan
honestly.
Bailey singing As Long as You're Mine is
I'm
going to
gonna
be
cry.
a spiritual awakening for me.
That's gonna be a lot of like spiritual awakening for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be their first reference.
This is gonna be a lot of people's
You know what we're talking about.
this is gonna be it for a lot of people. This is
if
gonna
you
do
know,
it.
if you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
This is gonna do it for a lot of theater kids out there. Just across the board.
God love him. So talented. Talented cast. Talented everyone. So excited to watch it.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
gonna be crazy.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Guys, we are so excited about Wicked. We're so excited about Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys are going to be whether you're traveling, whether you're staying home. We hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving, and I think this is a wrap for our episode.
I think this is a wrap for our episode.
We talked so long for Wicked, but you guys, if you guys understand, you guys understand.
You understand.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is the episode for the theater kids.
yes.
For the girls, the gays, and the theys.
Yes.
You get it. Yes. You get it.
You get it.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
This is who this is for.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to check us out and actually see our faces, we are on YouTube at the Broke Blonde Diaries. Please like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on.
Oh my gosh. And don't forget to rate and review. Give us a 5-star rating over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts so we can really start building this channel up and getting more viewers like you to, engage with us and maybe grow our community a little bit.
Yeah, you guys, please like and subscribe. We love you guys so much. And the community that you guys have really built online is so amazing, and we love you guys so much.
Yeah,
have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Drive safe, take care of yourselves, spend time with family.
Yes.
And we love you guys so much.
Yes. Bye.